BBC Radio WM.
It's BBC Radio WM Summer Sport for your Wednesday evening. A little earlier we chatted to Rob Palmer, CEO at the City of Birmingham Rockets basketball side, to get a general overview of the club. Let's speak now to a bona fide Birmingham basketball legend, Clive Allen. Clive, thanks for breaking off from training first of all to chat. How are things with you?
Oh, really good, thanks. I mean, I really appreciate being spoken to and not been spoken for a long time since I played basketball. So this is a good way to start training.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for joining me. We'll talk about your CV shortly. Let's talk about the present day. You're Rockets women's first team head coach, and you've been so since January. How's that going for you?
It was interesting, to be fair. It was one of those things that if you'd have asked me, at the beginning of the season, if I'd be coaching the first team at City of Birmingham, I'm like, what are you talking about? So it was really interesting when Rob asked me, would I consider taking them on, and it was actually it was a pleasure to actually do that because I watched them play a couple of times and they were a really good team, and I thought there's no reason why they're not winning. But it was, when Pete asked me, when Rob asked me to take over, it was, something that, I thought, yeah, why not?
And what are the aims, the goals, the ambitions with the side since you've taken over? What's sort of the big objective for you being in charge?
Well, first of all, I think, this is a Div 1 team. Just needed a bit more experience of playing at that level. So right now we've right back down into Div 2, which will give us a chance to regroup, and our goals are really to get right back up there. First a time of asking. So. Yeah. Most of the girls are coming back, which is great. Yeah. So I think that we should achieve that.
Rob, who we spoke to earlier on in the show, I noticed on social media saying progress and positivity has shone through in this sort of the first half of the season you have been in charge. How much of a boost was it to you, Clive, to get your first win as coach against the Kestrels in that final home game of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it was always, the girls wanted to stay up more than anything. And, we knew it was going to be tight. Yeah. But they play every game, when we had the awards evening, we had to give awards to one and two people, which, I thought every single one of those girls put, everything out there on the court, and I couldn't ask for anything else. So to get that win for them, it was, it was tremendous. It was just that great feeling, like, okay, we know we can do this. It's just a shame that we didn't have enough games to push through to stay up. But, it is a challenge, and I think these girls are, up for it.
You've got legendary status with the sport in this city, if you don't mind me saying, 1985 to 87 and then 88 to 01, some of Birmingham Bullets' best years. You played for England, I think, on 5 occasions as well. How fondly do you reflect on that time of your life?
Oh, gosh, it was, people used to say you're a long time retired, and I never really understood what that meant. I do now. The times that we had at Birmingham Bullets, there was ups and downs, but the downs wasn't there for too long before, your teammates and the coach and people around us made you, happy again. So it was some of the best days of my life. And it wasn't just the basketball, it was the people we played with. From Nigel Lloyd to Fab to Tony Sims, all those players that we played with, I'm still really good friends with them. So it just showed, how we were on that court. It was all for one and one for all kind of thing. So, no, it was some good times.
And from sort of past to the present day, your assistant coach, Peter Mintoft, he was your head coach, wasn't he, in the early 90s? What's the dynamic like there then? Your old boss being sort of your right-hand man now.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, but Pete has always been, he's never been one that is like kind of, he's my boss kind of thing. He was always like kind of a friend all the way from when he used to coach Birmingham Bullets. We still could just sit down and talk to him, and he was a friend. And when it was time to stand up and be that coach, that you have to listen to him. He had that kind of flavor with him. So it was a bit, kind of, well, what do you think, Pete? What should we do? When Pete's like, it's entirely up to you, Clive. I'm here to back you up with whatever you did, and that's what he did. whatever I said and did, he gave me a few points because I didn't know the girls that well, it was my first game. So I relied a lot on him. But as the games went through, he kind of took that step back and let me take control, which was really good. So no, it was. I think that really helped having Pete on board.
I've really appreciated your time tonight, Clive. Maybe give the side a plug, if you will, the women's first team in terms of how do we come and watch you, trying to boost the numbers, coming to give support, as much support as we can to your side.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I think the girls basketball, girls football, girls everything is at the top of the ladder right now. And I think getting people to come and support these girls will be absolutely brilliant. We've not had our fixture list yet, so I can't really tell you our first game, but I'm sure it will be on our Facebook page and all the other stuff that's going out there. So it would be great, not just to see guys coming. I want to see those girls out and supporting such a good team. So
nice.
Hopefully our first game we can achieve a full house.
We'll keep an eye out and keep our fingers crossed for you, Clive. Thanks so much for your time.